All right, let's get this party going. I don't know if we're hardwired, but we'll check the connection. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. We're gonna get this party started. If you are new, welcome. The way this works is basically you guys just fire off questions. We're gonna talk about stuff that we have to talk about with the channel, life, anything and everything. But if you guys have stuff that you want us to answer, put it down below. And yeah, we just hit 40,000 subscribers, didn't we?
Sure did. It feels great to have this momentum swing. It seems like we're adding a couple hundred subscribers a day, and it just, you know, everything's kind of flowing right now for us. The videos from Maui turned out fabulous. You know, I can't say enough good things about those series from Kapalua and Grand Wailea. It just it turned out amazing, and yeah, those intros are fire. And you know, I thought it was just good golf course, great scenery, the right vibe. It was all great.
Yeah, it was a good time out there. And yeah, a bunch of people joining in, so welcome to everyone. Thanks for hopping in here on this Tuesday. Hopefully everyone's day is going awesome. Connor says, love your channel. Thank you, Connor. Nick saying, yo. Good afternoon. What up, fellas? Let's see. Will you ever come to Ohio? I sure hope so. I mean, I hope that we can hit every state in the country at some point and just play, like, you know, some of the iconic courses there. So that would be a dream come true for us. So hopefully we'll come to Ohio, to Texas, to Florida, to all these awesome places.
Chris is in the house. What's up, man? What's going on, dude?
So Chris sent a little email that I didn't forward to you, but he wanted to do like a workout challenge. So I've been hitting the gym. I went to the gym like the last 5 days in a row. So I'm on a good streak right now. But Chris was saying maybe we all kind of challenge each other and do like a 30-day. It doesn't matter what you do whatever you want, but just kind of a 30-day challenge would help keep each other like motivated, and we could, you know, include other people, Charles, whoever wants to jump in, really.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
I'm down. I just started eating a little cleaner recently, so I'm just trying to tighten it up. Nice. And I'm doing a little bit of workout here and there, trying to, you know, get back into that physical shape that we need to be in. And you know, Marco's been a good influence on me. He's been eating real clean and working out constantly, so I'm going to try and follow in his footsteps and get back in the gym and get back to being healthy again. So
yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, why not?
I'm excited.
Right?
Yeah.
Healthy body, healthy mind, correlates into life. And you know, the last couple of years I've been so busy with my work schedule that I kind of neglected myself physically. So I think getting back, you know, into the physical fitness arena again is going to help me play better golf. It's going to create positivity overall. And you know, it's just going to be good health-wise. And Marco's been doing a really good job with eating clean, working out, and meditating. So yeah, it's nice to have that positive influence.
Meditation's been huge. Been doing it for about 20 minutes a day, and I'm using Headspace, or is that what it's called? Let me double check before. Yeah, Headspace. I've been using the Headspace app, so if you guys are into it, this is not a sponsored post, just something that some of my buddies told me about. So it's been really helpful. It's kind of like a guided meditating, so you know, the guy does talk a little bit, but there's definitely moments of just silence, so really good stuff. But I want to tell you guys about a story that someone on Instagram sent us. A fan of the channel, he bought one of the David Tomsit shirts back in the day, and he was wearing it on a flight. And he said, I just randomly ran into Tom Lehman, and he took a picture, and he wanted to take a picture of his shirt. So Tom Lehman was like sitting like 7 rows in front of this guy, and he just approached him and he was like, I saw your shirt, can I get a photo of it? And the guy was just in shock, you know. I was like, did you get a photo with him? You know, send it to us. But he didn't. He was like, I was trying to catch up to him when he got off. But he was like, Tom Lehman's probably gonna send it to David Toms and be like, check this out, you know. It's gonna make his day. So I thought that was pretty cool. It just happened, and yeah, pretty awesome.
That's a great story.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. If it gets back to David Toms, obviously it would be amazing to have him on the channel and come in and show us how to really do the right David Toms style. And,
that's right.
You know, we just appreciate him, you know, giving us that ammo to fire out there. And, you know, I take a lot from him because he always seems to be the underdog. And I think in life, I think I've always been that way too. So I appreciate David Toms taking out Phil Mickelson in the PGA Championship, and being able to play at Atlanta Athletic Club, I think was pretty amazing too. Experiencing it and just kind of, reminiscing from the 2001 PGA. It was pretty special to be out there. So Dave Tom's watching, hit us up, let's get out and play.
So next week, guys, a lot of you have asked us, and we have mentioned it, I think, in one of the videos, but next week we're doing our fitting with Callaway, August 29th. We're finally gonna go up there, go to the center, do the whole fitting. We're gonna bring 2 cameras, maybe 3, I don't even know yet, but we're gonna record everything that goes on there. And I think the way I was thinking we split it up is like, you get a camera, and you record the guy that's explaining it to you, and I'll get mine and talk about mine, and maybe we make 2 videos of our individual fittings.
Show the numbers.
Okay. Go through like what we actually end up deciding on in terms of what's going to be in the bag. We probably won't be getting the stuff that day, but we can at least tell people what's coming. And yeah, it's going to be a really fun experience, isn't it?
I can't wait. I mean, for me, I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's like our Nordstrom's for shopping. It's just, we're going to go out there, test out all the clubs, figure out all the numbers, try and get dialed in, and hopefully be Callaway for life, and make it, just extra special, and show you guys the experience. I know the video over at the Kingdom got over 100,000 views, so hopefully we can topple that with the Callaway Center. I've seen pictures of it and a few short videos, and it does look like an amazing facility, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
It's going to be a fun one. So let's jump into some people have made some donations, so that's a really easy way for you guys to get your question right up to the top of the list. So we'll start going through them. David Adams hooked us up with $2 for, he said 40,000 subscribers. You should have 400,000. Thank you, David. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it. We're getting there. This thing's a journey. As you guys know, it's taken us over a year and a half to get to this point, but the numbers are growing. Everything's just moving in the right direction, and without people like you guys, we wouldn't be here. So we just have to give thanks. Next question, Ted C, $5. What size grips do you guys play, and how do you think it affects your game?
For me, I'm standard. Nothing crazy. Usually 1 or 2 wraps if you feel like you need a little extra, and you're in between a mid-size and a regular. But for the most part, I've got pretty medium-sized hands, and I'm pretty much standard across the board. With lie angles and grips.
I'm in the same boat as Mike. I tried mid-size grips at one point, and they felt a little bit too big for my hands. And when they did the fitting, I guess you're supposed to just grab the club, and your fingers should just barely touch the inside of your palm, and that's how you know if it's the right size. Obviously, if you want to wrap or whatever, you can do that, but standard all around, and yeah, I like it.
Michael just donated $9.99. I just wanted to wish you guys well and look forward to seeing more videos. Hope to see you guys in July. Yes, Michael. Tentatively put down July 15th for next year. That's the date that we're looking at. We're still trying to confirm it, but we will let you know in the next couple of weeks. But most likely it will be July 15th. So, plan accordingly. Yeah,
we think the tournament's going to be sold out. We've had a lot of people contact us about it, wanting to get registered already. So if you guys are interested, like Mike said, put that date down, and it's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah.
I think the second one is going to be like, it's going to be hard to top the first one, but I feel like we're going to have learned some stuff and apply it.
I think the first video was like the true OG people that have been fans of the channel since the beginning, wanted to come out, made a basically a vacation out of it, came and visited with us, got a chance to play a few holes with us out at the tournament, and then the day after we did kind of a small little event with nine of the true fans came out, played RBN with us, got a chance to play with them, have a drink afterwards. And it was just nice to connect with everybody, and obviously, the second generation of tournament will be awesome too, and we'll level that up too. But the true family, I think, came in ground zero and just gave us a ton of support. And obviously, it was a great video, a great turnout, and just an amazing day with everybody, and we're very grateful for it.
And it takes a lot of balls to just come out the single to a tournament, especially to fly from like Texas or something and just like show up to a tournament where you've never met us, you really don't know what you're kind of getting into other than what we've said, but there's a lot of trust there, so I think, we just appreciate that you guys have taken a chance on us, to be honest with you.
And also the financial commitment, you know, obviously we understand that it's an expensive tournament, it's expensive to, get a flight out, it's expensive to get a hotel, so we appreciate everybody that came out. So obviously, if we can, double that again this next year, which I think we'll be able to, it'll just be an amazing event. It'll be huge. you know, I feel like the chemistry with all the people were great at the last tournament. It's going to be even greater at the following tournament, and we assume that everyone that played in that event the first time is going to come back the second time, and we'll have just another great experience for you guys.
So Barn Dwellers donated $5. Thank you for that. And they said, can you explain how to hit a knockdown shot? And love your content.
Yeah, I guess I could, you know, explain that one. You know, obviously keeping your hands in front, trying to deal off the club is the ideal concept. Sometimes you know, when you're hitting a shot, sometimes your hands fall behind the club face, and you know, just a general rule of thumb for golf is just trying to make sure when you make impact, make sure your hands are in front of the club face. Check out where you're at impact, see if your hands are in front. If they're not, try and move them a little far forward. It will de-loft the club, force you to hit that knockdown shot, and hopefully keep it underneath the tree and get up and down. And
I think that's an awesome tip, to keeping your hands in front, just because as soon as you get your hands behind the golf ball, you tend to add loft to it. You tend to lose distance. Usually you're not nipping it like we like to. So,
right.
Yeah, that keeping your hands in front of the club is absolutely massive. Sometimes when people get the shanks, what they do is they'll go out to the range and grab a wedge and literally just hit little knockdown shots and focus on keeping their hands in front of their clubs, because sometimes when you get it behind you, all kinds of bad stuff starts happening. So.
And also another tip is, you know, maybe not take a full swing. Try and, you know, maybe do like a 3/4 swing.
Yeah.
Control that back, take away, and then it'll help you kind of get through the golf ball on your downswing.
So we got, okay, Keith is in the house. What's up, Keith? Nice to see you, buddy. He said, so happy to see you fellas doing so well. Skins game the day after the tournament next year.
Yes.
Let's do it. Done.
Absolutely. Also, Keith, thank you so much for the donation, the nice letter. Honestly, that stuff like warms our hearts, and you know, things like that really keep us motivated when we get a little tired of, you know, filming every shot and going out there, and you know, because it is a lot of work, but we appreciate those kind of letters, those comments. The $20 donation is obviously, you know, just a bonus, but we do appreciate the heartfelt letters, and we're glad that you got back into golf, and hopefully it continues on, and you know, our excitement for the game of golf will, you know, fly through to you guys, and hopefully you guys love it as much as we do, and it seems like you are loving it. Glad you didn't give up the game, and hopefully you guys can make it next tournament.
Yeah, and what Keith was talking about, he said the day after the tournament. So this year what we did was after the tournament, some of the people that were sticking around, we just went and played at 18 holes, and Mike and I actually played, you know, with them, and we just split up into a couple foursomes. So we're going to do the same thing, and you know, get some money on the line, make it interesting.
JD just donated $4.99. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I learn a bit from each video. My son loves watching as well. Daddy, I hit just like Mike and Marco. Oh God, man, that's awesome. So cool. You know, we've gotten a couple messages saying that 6 and 7 year olds are trying to play their dads for $5-6. You know, trying to play for Finsky for an up and down close to. So we love to have that. You know, it's amazing to have families come together around the game of golf, and you know, it was great for me and my dad and my brother, and now, you know, Marco being a part of it. Just to be a part of the game of golf, and you know, it just the game just brings so much love and you know, togetherness, unlike any other sport. I feel, you know, where else are you going to be able to spend 3, 4, 5 hours with somebody, have a good time, be outside in nature, and just enjoying a game that you love to do. So hopefully you guys continue to do that, and keep spending time with your family and getting out there and playing.
And I was out there with my 3.5-year-old 2 days ago on the range. Just, he wanted to go hit balls, and you know, I'm not going to say no to that ever. So we went out there, and I just threw a ball like, you know, 20, 30 feet out, and I was like, all right, every time you hit it past that ball, you're going to get a piece of chocolate. You know, he loves chocolate. He's kind of like, he's gotten into this routine of, we go into the men's locker room, they have this little jar with candy in there, and I'll let him grab some chocolate out of there. But I gave him a little incentive. You know, and what do you know? The kid focused up. He just pumped 5 past it in like 20 minutes, and yeah, we were off to the races. It was so much fun.
That's great. Love to hear that.
So Vincent says, enjoying the channel. How much discussion does it take for courses to allow you to take drone footage? So Vincent, it's kind of varied from how we started to where we're at right now, but I'll just tell you how we're doing it now. And we're asking courses for permission to film it with the drone and with the cameras on the course. Typically, it doesn't take a lot of convincing them. bearing that the course isn't right next to an airport or something like that where it's just illegal to film with a drone. But yeah, most of the time they're understanding. If they're letting us film it anyway with a regular camera, usually the drone they usually say yes to it. Sometimes they try to offer the drone footage that they've already had done for their course, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, but 97% of the drone footage that you guys have seen on the channel, we shot at the courses.
Guillermo says, what's up from Chi-Town? What's up, man?
So a couple more donations coming in. Shane said, love your guys' videos, never stop uploading. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate it, man. We don't plan to stop. we're just getting the party started, as I like to say. So yeah. Dude Food said, new subscriber, love the channel. Any trips to Michigan planned in the future by chance?
We've been talking about making a Chicago trip, so we've got a couple invites from some people from Indiana and also Chicago. So if we can fit it all in, it'd be great. All my family's back from Chicago, so we'll probably stay with Grandma or Aunt now and get out there and play some courses. And if we can make a lap around Michigan, we would love to. So there's some great courses out there. Yeah,
and I think that would be a great way to do it. Maybe just make it like a 10-day trip where we, spend a couple days in each state and just golf. I mean, we're going to be exhausted at the end of it, but who cares?
And we'll have plenty of content for you guys.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. And speaking of trips, you want to tell them about Arizona?
Yeah, Marco ended up talking to Brian from Arizona. We set up a trip October 3rd through the 7th. We're going to get out there and play some of the top courses in Arizona. Awesome. So we're going to do at least 3, maybe 4 courses, and we'll let you guys know which courses we're going to visit before we go out there. There's a couple up in the air right now, but it's just going to be an amazing trip. Arizona Golf has some of the sweetest courses out there, and like Marco mentioned last live stream, all the courses look great from the drone. Looking down with desert all around and then greenery. So I think it's just going to be an amazing trip, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
And the ball goes farther, so hopefully we're seeing 300-yard drives all day long, which, who's going to argue with that? Ryan said, hey Mike, how do you like your Cleveland wedges? Trying to find a way to get more spin. Any advice?
Personally, I love my Cleveland wedge. It's tough for me to even take it out of my bag, even though it doesn't have any grooves left. As far as spinning the ball, I'm probably not the best guy to help you out with that. Making good impact is always important. Hitting down on the golf ball will create that spin, but I'll let Marco take it away from there, because this guy has the best spin in the biz.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about making that good contact. I'd like to just clip the ball like we were talking about earlier, making sure your hands are in front of the ball on impact. That's super important for generating spin. And when I nip the ball, I like to just create speed through impact. Even those short wedge shots, I mean, you'll see some of those tour players, and really the momentum of that club face is, it's moving the fastest right at impact. So you want to make sure that you're not decelling through shots. I see a lot of people doing that. And anytime you decel, obviously it's going to come up short. You're definitely not going to put as much spin on it when you're decelling. So yeah, just take a confident swing, nip that ball as much as you can, keep your hands in front of it, and that should generate a lot of spin. But if you want to hit it high or low, 2 different ways to do that. Obviously, if you want to hit a high flop shot, keep it in front of your stance. At least for me, that's how I do it. I keep it in the front, and it really lets me just kind of get under it and get it high. If I want to play a low bump and run type shot, I put it in the back of my stance, because usually the club will make impact to the ground earlier, so that will keep it de-lofted. I'll keep my hands in front, and the ball will come out a little bit lower. So hopefully that helps you guys out.
Jeff Babsky said, just rewatched the Spyglass video series playing there on Saturday. You lucky dog. Spyglass is one of our all-time favorites. You are absolutely going to love it. So enjoy it out there. Let us know how you guys do, and love to hear some feedback out there. Duke says, if the channel takes off, Mike, would you give up coaching? Absolutely not. I am a coach for life if they're willing to have me. I was just at the school this morning. The 2018 Palomar League Championship banner just came in, so I did take a picture of it. I will post it on my Instagram, yes. So if you want to see it, go ahead and check that out later on today. And I just love working with kids. I love giving back as much as possible, and it's one way or one vehicle in order for me to do that. So I'm in the girls season right now. I was a little hesitant to begin with in the beginning of the year, but now that I'm in season, I'm full and automatically in. So I love working with the kids, and hopefully I don't have to give it up. But
Kyle said, hey boys, why do they call you coach? So Kyle, welcome to the channel. They call him coach because he coaches high school golf. As he just mentioned, coaches boys and girls here at Del Norte High School. What season are you into now?
I'm in the girls season. It's my 10th season.
10th season.
So I can't believe it. I started right when the school opened up, 9.5 years ago. So
awesome,
I love it. The faculty there is great. Got a ton of support. We just won our 8th league title at the school, so right now I'm leading in banners at the school. So whenever I go into the gym, I see all the banners lined up for us, so it makes me feel good, and I love working with the kids.
You need to cue that song. All I do is win, 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 win.
And if you guys need a winner's win shirt, jump on golfholics.com, swoop one up.
Lloyd just donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Lloyd. Is it Jaeger Harkey? He said, on my way to a golf meet right now, any advice? Breathe. I think that's the most important thing. We talk about it a million times, but breathe and just go through your normal routine. And just treat it like another round of golf. You're out there to have fun. You want to perform your best, but don't stress yourself out with putting all that pressure on yourself, because it's just going to make you tense up and freeze. So don't worry about the results. Just go through your routine, believe in yourself, stay confident, and everything else will fall into place.
Lloyd and the Sleeper, thank you for the donation. If you guys got any questions, fire away, but we appreciate it.
So Grant said, new to the channel, just subbed this week. Welcome, Grant. He said, what driver are you guys currently hitting? Mike and I are both playing the TaylorMade M2 from, I think, 2 years ago or so.
I think it's a year old.
Yeah.
I think it's the model before the most recent. So I think the M3, M4 are the newest twist face models right now. We've got the M2, but swapping that out for the Callaway driver, Rogue.
Someone asked, hey Marco, no golf in Catalina. The only golfing I did out there was putt-putt. We played that putt-putt course probably 5 times, and I think I beat the guys every time. I think I pushed on one of them. I love that putt-putt course. I mean,
it's a good thing it wasn't there.
It's a good thing. I would have taken your money right off of you.
Duke says, congrats on the 40K. Thank you so much, and thanks for all the support, Duke. You've been awesome, so appreciate it.
How do I stop drawing my irons and hit a baby fade? Nick, honestly, if you're playing the draw, I would just own it. Just own the draw and just learn how to rein it in like this guy has done, and learn how to control it. And after you really own that draw and you could play it, just on every shot if you need to, then maybe go start messing with the fade. But unless you're trying to become pro or are in the sub 5 handicap level, I wouldn't worry too much about trying to play both shots. And if you get really good at one type of shot, you could score incredibly well. So yeah.
You guys check out Golf Sidekicks on YouTube channel. His and your channel are my favorites. No, we haven't. We'll check them out. Thanks for the heads up, and
yeah, we've been in touch with Golf City. I don't even know how to say it. Golf City, I'll just call it. But those guys are up in New York, so we're hopefully going to be able to do a collab with them at some point. And then Andreas Lang is also another collab we're looking at doing. I think he was meeting up with those dudes not too long ago. So if you guys haven't seen that video, his interview with them, it's a pretty good interview. But yeah, I think we got a lot of collabs coming up. We got Brody Smith coming up in a few weeks here.
Yeah, what is it, September 11th or 10th? Yeah, Brody Smith's got like over 2 million followers, so it's gonna be great. He seems like a really cool dude. He does a lot of frisbee
trick shots.
Okay. And he seems like a really good golfer. His swing speed is amazing. I watched a couple of his videos. The guy swings pretty hard.
Yeah.
I think his 7-iron was like a 108, which is like my driver. So yeah, it'll be fun to play with him and get some more exposure with him and the channel.
Yeah, and Brody, if you're watching this, we thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to collab with you. If anyone else is watching it that's an influencer out there or wants to do a collaboration, hit us up, golfholics.com. We're always looking to work with other people and help grow this beautiful game.
Crypto James said, Mike is the new girlfriend why Marco's beating you. No, Marco's just been playing great. You know, the guy's swing is just perfect right now. He's been just hitting so many great iron shots and wedges and putting. He just, all around, he's becoming a very mature golfer. And I think, you know, his improvement is what's, you know, beating me. So his hard work and dedication to the game is definitely paying off. You know, he was a 6.8 when we first started. Now he's a 1.9 breathing down my neck. So, you know, I'm going to have to step up my game a little bit, you know, try and make sure I keep my game in order so he doesn't surpass me. But right now he's just been playing some great golf. So hats off to him.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Duke said, how's the new camera working out? New camera's good, Duke. We're still filming on the Panasonic GH5s. We're doing this live stream on the GH5, but we do have the big boy over there, the Canon.
Let me just grab it for you guys.
And we're using the Canon camera for a lot of photography out on the golf course. It's totally overkill, but you guys, I've mentioned it a million times. I love photography, cinematography. So this, you know, I love testing out new gear and playing around with it.
This is like a 10 to 12 pound camera right here.
With that lens, yeah.
With this lens and this setup, it's truly one of the biggest, baddest cameras on the planet. So we're gonna, Marco just ordered a new gimbal for this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be carrying this thing around also. It's gonna be hopefully the experience is gonna be, you know, fed through the camera and you guys can see the quality difference between this camera and the other one. It's gonna be a little tougher to carry. It's gonna take 2 hands instead of 1. But I think the quality is just gonna be that much more improved. So
yeah, it's gonna be off the charts. Yeah. And really, I mean, honestly, guys, it's we're always trying to level it up and bring you guys the best possible content. This camera is going to just allow us to take some better photos on the golf course. Some of the B-roll that we're able to get with it has a much better autofocus than these GH5s. And when we're just talking in front of the camera, that's not a big deal. But when we're out there getting B-roll and, you know, the cart's moving or you're trying to get something in the distance, as you guys know, with these lenses that are on these cameras, they don't zoom in that far. So that's why we have the really zoomy lens. So it just lets us get a variety of shots on the golf course, and yeah, it's more work, but who cares? It's just going to make better content, and that's what it's all about.
You boys should do some Florida courses. Yeah, we've been discussing going out to the PGA show in Florida, I think in January. So if we can, you know, make that happen, we're going to do it. So.
Scott donated $5. Thank you, Scott. He said, great videos, guys. Do you use custom fit clubs? If so, can you comment on where you were fit? Any suggestions on where to go? So Mike and I both went through a fitting over at the Kingdom at TaylorMade for our drivers. I did my whole set. So I did my driver, 3-wood, the hybrid, irons, and even wedges. I went out there and tried them out. And you did what, your woods out there?
Yeah, I did my driver and my 3-wood. I still love my 3-wood a ton. I feel like that's one of the best clubs in my bag. So hopefully Callaway can get us lined up and we can get those out of our bag and just play all Callaway. Those Callaway wedges, Roger Cleveland, the creator of Cleveland wedges, is now on board with Callaway. Yeah. So hopefully I can get you know, a similar wedge to the one I currently have with the same specs and everything else, because I love that 60-degree wedge so much that I would like to just, you know, copy it and put that one in my bag.
And to talk a little bit about the fitting, Mike, for example, he you know, hits the ball a little bit lower, so he knows that. So instead of just going with a standard 15-degree 3-wood, he went with the 16-degree, help him get that ball up in the air, and he actually got more distance by doing that. So that's one thing you guys, you know, that would be custom in terms of the setup. I think our lie angles are pretty much standard as far as I remember. Yeah, we didn't really bend anything too much. I did have my clubs closed down a degree, so they're a degree stronger, if you will, just to get a little bit more, penetration, a little more distance. I picked up maybe 5 or 6 yards with each iron by doing that, just because when we were on the TrackMan, the ball was going really high and it was spinning a ton. So by doing that, it kind of brought it down a little bit lower, got a little more distance, but I still had plenty of spin to where I can keep it on the green. So those are some of the things that you guys will see in the Callaway video, but with the current setup, that's kind of where it's at. Driver, you know, just different shaft. Driver for us, it's all about feel. I mean, everything is so adjustable these days that they're gonna get everything dialed in, but usually it's the shaft that will, you know, make you say I love it or I hate it, assuming the other things are in order. But Scott, you said where would we go for a fitting? I think if you have the luxury to go to like a Callaway or a TaylorMade or a Titleist or one of these manufacturers, one of their fitting centers, great place to do it. But if it doesn't matter to you what brand you're getting, I think there's a lot of like the Club Fix, for example, in Long Beach. That's a great place where they have everything and you can get fit. So check them out. And I think it depends on where you're at in terms of placement in the country, but just look around and check out the reviews and see what they say.
Ellen Lynn, thank you for the $10 donation. His question, Mark Crossfield was just in a Titleist commercial shoot this morning with a few PGA pros. Hopefully we get to see y'all on a Callaway commercial one day. Yeah, I don't know if we're quite big enough for that yet, but you know, maybe in a year or two, if we can, you know, step up our subscriber base and our, you know, our notoriety throughout the community, it'd be great to do a commercial with Callaway.
Someone asked, do you guys buy patches for the Golfholics hat? And the answer is no. All the Golfholics hats are embroidered at FlexFit, so we don't actually buy the patches separate and put them on the hats. It's all kind of done under one roof. What handicap are you both playing off of? I'm right around a 1.9 and Mike's scratch.
Yeah, scratch one, something like that. Mex, shout out to you, man. What's up?
Jason said, I've been thinking about joining a club. Do you all ever get tired of playing the same course over and over again? Santa Luz is beautiful, but it's something I worry about. So honestly, Jason, I don't get tired of playing Santa Luz over and over, but I do think that there are golf courses that I played that I probably would get a little bit more tired of. So I think it's about really going out there and trying out these clubs, you know, making sure that you play the golf courses that you're going to join at, and just see how you feel. I mean, for me, joining at Santa Luz wasn't just about the golf course. It was also about the other amenities they had, like the swimming pool and the stuff for kids and tennis courts. You know, so it was kind of a decision for the whole family, not just for golf and myself. But I think unless you're going out there and shooting under par every round, it's pretty hard to get sick of a golf course. So that's one way to look at it. But it's been a great experience for me, honestly. And country clubs, if you have kids and stuff like that, it's a good place for them to be too. It's safe, and there's a lot of activities at Santa Luz that we enjoy, with the camps and the fireworks shows and the turkey trot and just all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if that stuff's important to you, make sure you look at that stuff too. Which service do you guys use to handle your clubs when playing out of range to drive? We've never used ship sticks, or at least I haven't. Mike and I are kind of old school in that we just like to lug it all by ourselves. And to be honest with you, we did that to the Atlanta trip and I was exhausted because I had, like, you know, my clothes in one carry-on thing. I had the drone, the clubs, a backpack full of cameras. So it was like way too much. So I think ship sticks, I've heard nothing but good things, and that'll probably be a service that we check out for the next one.
Seth asked, hey Mike, how do you like those Adidas golf shoes you wore in Hawaii? They're great shoes, love them. I think Adidas and FootJoy are the top two you know, golf shoes in the business. So you want to talk about a little bit?
Yeah, so speaking of FootJoy, they're going to be sending us some shoes, some clothes, a bunch of gear. They're totally hooking us up. So big thank you to FootJoy for doing that. And we're going to do an unboxing on our Instagram, just only on Instagram, with the FootJoy stuff. So if you guys want to see that stuff, make sure you're following us on Instagram. It's going to be in one of our stories, and we're gonna film it with the big camera, so it's going to be really good quality. And yeah, I'm excited to see. They let us pick out some of the gear that we wanted, which was awesome. Yeah,
big thanks to FootJoy for you know, taking a chance on us and, you know, giving us some gear to you know, wear, and hopefully we can work something out with them in the future, and you know, hopefully wear FootJoy moving forward. Austin said, you guys need to come to Alabama and play some Robert Trent Jones courses. Oh, yeah. Yes, that Robert Trent Jones trail is on our bucket list, so we are definitely coming out there. I'm sure you know, Charles is going to hopefully join us out there, and a few other friends of the channel, and we'll hopefully get 8 to 12 guys out there.
Someone said, hi guys, dare to see you wear some bright colors out on the golf course.
This is the color guy, you know?
Yeah, and even as colorful as I can get with clothes, I usually don't get that crazy. I mean, I've seen some I won't wear like a Ricky Fowler outfit where it's like orange on orange on orange on orange.
Yeah,
like
that's too much.
I don't know. It's cool for some people, but for me personally, like I don't want to attract that much attention to myself, and especially when you're running around with cameras and drones and doing all that stuff. We try to fly somewhat under the radar, and I feel like wearing a super bright outfit might look cool on camera, but it just attracts a lot of attention, and yeah.
Why did you guys switch away from the XO7? I just got it and I like it. No, we're still playing the Odyssey XO. I've got the Rossi, he's got the 7, and we love our putters. So we like it a lot better than Scotty Cameron. We wouldn't have switched if otherwise. So we highly recommend those putters. We know a few friends from the channel purchased a couple of them and they're super happy with them. So highly recommend them.
Daniel Walter said, Marco, you are crazy to switch the P790s. I don't play the P790s. I played the 770s. And if you're saying to switch away from them, I hear you. I mean, the Callaway switch at this point in my game is going to be risky, but we're going to go out there and we're going to see what the numbers show. And if it's comparable, I'll make the switch. If for whatever reason it just doesn't feel right, you know, we'll make a call. But I played Callaway irons before. They're awesome, and I think it'll be good.
Ben Baker said, first of all, congrats for 40K. Channel is fire. Average driving distance from you both. You know, for me, about 280.
Yeah, I would say I'm right around there, 285-ish. I know in some of the videos, like you guys see, I'm hit at like 250, and other ones we're hitting at like 300. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of things that can contribute to that. So, but yeah, I'd say on average 280, 285.
Court said Finch and Shields versus the Golfholics. We would love to. So if they want some, you know, hopefully we can set something up in Florida, and maybe we are considering Lake Nona as the course for the PGA show. So if we can get that done, it'd be awesome.
Golficity. Okay, Golficity. Okay. That's how it's pronounced. Got it. Love Brody. His swing speed is just as high as the pros. Yeah, it's nuts. Marco, left you here. Any newish to the channel? I'm wondering as to what made you start putting right-handed. Thank you. So I just started putting right-handed when I started playing golf. I didn't have a left-handed putter. My buddies had a right-handed putter. I just used their putter, and then when it came time for me to buy one, I had felt like I already learned how to putt right-handed, so I just bought a right-handed putter and stuck with it.
Tyler asked, what were your handicaps before you started the channel, and what are they now?
Yeah, mine was like right around 6.5, and now it's down to 1.9.
Yeah, mine's been a 1 and it's still at a 1. I'm kind of going through a little bit of a slump right now. I lost my swing the last couple weeks, and kind of working on getting it back on plane, and hopefully get out of this slump and start playing some good golf again.
Dude Perfect Team Scramble ? That sounds like a phenomenal idea. I would love to play with Tyler and all those guys. They make great content. If you guys don't follow them, I don't know where you've been. They've got like 30 million subscribers. But hit them up. Just get it on their radar. It always helps us when you guys are out there reaching out to some of these influencers, because then I see it on Twitter or on Instagram, and then we can kind of jump in there and comment. So please reach out to them, hit them up. I've already sent them a couple emails, no response, but those guys are busy, so I'm sure they're getting flooded.
Thomas said, when you guys are out in Arizona, get Paige Spranek to do a collab with you guys. Yeah, I mean, we would like to. I don't know if she'd be willing to do it with us. We're kind of, you know, too small for her, but maybe we should just reach out and see if she'd be have any interest. Keith said, BBG collaboration, LMAO, not. No, never again.
Charles Barkley collab, please. Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah, I'd play with Charles. He seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, totally. So Zach said, hey coach, I noticed you and I hit the ball a similar distance off the tee, but you hit your iron so much further. Any tips on how to do that? I hit my 7-iron like 160. I'm a short guy.
You know, swing speed is obviously a huge impact on, you know, your distance, and also angle of impact when you do make impact. Just try and make sure that your hands are in front. I hit my 7-iron about 180, maybe 185. So, yeah, just making sure you make good contact with the golf ball, keep your hands in front, and that's really all I can give you.
And also, he plays a draw, so you get more distance when you play a draw, a little bit more. So that'll also make an impact. Sometimes for me, when I play that fade, I just notice that the ball's kind of not penetrating, especially in wind too. So something to be aware of. Putting green reveal soon. So yeah, we're gonna do a backyard reveal pretty soon. I was actually out there with the audio video guys yesterday, asking them to run a Cat 5 cable, which is this thing over here that we have connected to this. It lets us basically have high quality live streams with you guys. So they're running everything out there. We're gonna get it totally set up. It's gonna be sick, and hopefully we'll have the putting green ready to rock and roll in about 2 to 3 weeks. Do you recommend for people shooting around 100 to get fitted? It's a tough one.
It is a tough one. You're right on the bubble. You know, probably go take some lessons, get your game to shooting around in the 90s, and then probably go get fitted.
And unless you're like freakishly tall or short, then a fitting might benefit you more than normal, just because the lie angles are going to be off. But yeah, like Mike said, get in the 90s and then bust it out. Diesel or electric? Depends on the circumstance. But electric, all right.
Yeah, and if you guys want a fitting, like Aaron mentioned, go see Mark from the Club Fix. He's great up in Orange County. If you're in Southern Cal, make a trip to go see him. He's brand agnostic, so he'll give you the best fitting with the best equipment for your swing, and he's a great fitter. Highly recommend him.
Did you hit the vice ball yet? Yes, Duke, we did. The next video coming up is with the girls. We did a guys versus gals video over at the Crosby, and Mike and I both played the vice ball. I played it for the entire round. Mike played it for 10, 11 holes or so.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And honestly, like, I was really impressed with that ball. You guys will see it in the video, but I had nothing but good things to say. It was not much different than the Chrome Soft as far as I can tell. I almost felt like I was getting more distance with it, and because I already spin the ball a lot, it didn't make that big of a difference for me having a super soft ball versus one that was soft, but not like the softest version. We tested out the Vice Pro ball, so it wasn't their Pro Soft.
Yeah, and I thought it was a great ball too, especially for the price. You know, the durability was pretty good on it. It has a nice line that's already ingrained into the ball, so you can line up your putts, which I really did like. For me, I'm still a Chrome Soft guy. I don't think I'll be switching. I'm going to stick with it.
AP3 irons or P90 PS High from England. It's just a preference on irons. I mean, go with what feels better. I haven't hit the AP3, so I can't speak for them specifically. I've hit the 790, and they're hot. They're hot. I mean, distance control is tough for me with those things because, you know, you miss-hit one and it goes 20 yards shorter, and you pure one and it goes, 20 yards further. So that to me is, it's really hard to play with a club like that. Distance is good, but when you don't have distance control, it's not good. So for me, I'm always looking for an iron that is gonna, if I mishit it, maybe it'll be 10 yards shorter or so. And that still gives me a chance to hit a green or not go in a hazard. So, but yeah, go based on feel.
Shane Sweeney said, have you guys played any other sports other than golf? I grew up wrestling and playing baseball, and this guy's a soccer player.
Yeah, grew up playing soccer. My grandfather was a referee back in Serbia, in the motherland. And yeah, I picked up tennis just kind of as like a fun sport to play with buddies. Never played it, in school or anything like that. But I still enjoy playing tennis now, just for the cardio. And I recently signed up for a little soccer league, so hopefully I don't get injured out there. But it's an indoor soccer league, and trying to burn some calories. Someone said, "Big Cat, it's hard to be left-handed." Jack, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. People always like to take jabs at us, but just go out there and beat them down on the golf course and let that speak for itself.
Yeah, Mark from the Club Fix loves to hammer this guy about being lefty.
Oh,
so, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Ever been to Texas to play?
Nope, but they've got some great courses out there. Another place we need to come visit.
How long have you guys been playing golf? Please answer. Winston, here's your answer. Since high school. Mike and I both started playing golf when we were, what, sophomores in high school?
Yeah, I was a freshman.
I was a sophomore, so back in the day.
Yeah, 13, 14 years old for me.
How did you guys link up with Paris and the other girls?
Paris came through my program. She's one of the best kids that I know. Her and her family and I are close. She came through, you know, I guess my first year of coaching, and she graduated from UC Riverside and ended up staying in contact. And she graduated, I think, last year, maybe the year before. And ever since then, we've always stayed in contact. We started the YouTube channel about a year and a half ago, right when she graduated. So, you know, she's been a great addition to the channel, and she's out at Q School right now. So best of luck to her out there, and make sure you guys go follow her on Instagram and wish her well. And hopefully she does really, really well. So Marco had to take a quick call. I'll be holding down the fort for a little bit, so feel free to fire away. Keith said 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2019. Yes. The way things are going, the momentum that we have, I feel like, you know, this time next year we should hopefully be around 100K. So that'd be pretty cool. Sean said, great Hawaii vids, guys. What did you guys think of the Scotty Cameron Futura putter you were using a little bit ago? Are they worth the money? You know, I really did like the putter. It was good. We just think that the Odyssey XO is just an overall better putter. And we just like the feeling of it, the setup, all of it. It just feels better. The technology with the Odyssey putter is by far above anyone else. And it's got the high MOI, so it starts rolling faster. I think that's helped both Marco and I putting. Do you guys play the tips at every course? Yes, we do. Unfortunately, I think we mentioned this in a few live streams ago. You know, if we play from the blues or the whites, you know, and shoot 67, it's not quite as eventful as if we shoot 75 from the tips and watch us suffer a little bit out there. So you started to comment on my question about clubs while traveling and lost the signal. Can you redo? I don't know the question. I'll try and look back and find it.
Why are you guys hating on Be Better Golf? Because he called me his cameraman. No, we're not hating on him. It just, you know, I guess we can address it. We just didn't vibe with Brendan, and that's probably the easiest way to put it. I'm not trying to cop out of anything. Nothing specifically happened. It wasn't the right kind of energy, and you know, he's doing his thing with the channel. He had our video up, ended up taking it down, got some kind of copyright notice, and you know, we get copyright notices all the time, so my understanding was that it just doesn't get monetized, but he ended up removing the entire video, and we thought it was kind of a passive aggressive thing to do. But it's water under the bridge. Nothing against his channel. The guy's been doing it forever. I think, you know, when someone puts in that kind of time and effort into their channel, you just have to respect it. And as much as, you know, we respect him, I don't think we'll be collabing, but, you know, he's a good guy, and, you know, no hard feelings. Radio silence now. Yeah. This is always the awkward. This is always the awkward time. It's like no one wants to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, our personalities just didn't vibe. You know, that's the bottom line, and it's fine. It happens. It's no big deal. The YouTube world is so big that, you know, we're happy to collab with everybody. We just probably won't be collabing with him again.
I just got a call from the pool guy. Ooh. They messed up on the tiles that they ordered, the step trim tiles, and they gotta delay it another week.
God, so. No way.
Tip. I thought I was gonna be swimming this weekend.
Have you guys thought about playing regular Joe courses like Balboa or Riverwalk, or even down south at Bonita, Chula Vista Muni, so you can see how you shoot in bad greens? Yeah, you know, I think the majority of the viewers of our channel like to see the nice, pretty courses. I know we mentioned playing some regular courses out there, but we're not sure if we'd get the kind of feedback that we would get if we played like the Grand Wailea or Kapalua or Atlanta Athletic Club or Pebble or Spyglass, you know. So we're trying to focus in on those courses. Nothing against the Muni course, because we do like them. Yeah. It just doesn't look as beautiful on camera, and we're trying to make sure that the content that we provide is excellent for you guys. The courses look beautiful. hopefully we play some decent golf and we get some really great B-roll for you guys.
I played Balboa recently, and it was my first time playing it, to be honest with you, and the course is awesome, and I wouldn't mind, going out there and filming a course like that. I think one of the other things that we run into on public courses specifically is just a pace of play issue. When we're going out there with our cameras, it tends to get really bad out there. Private courses, they tend to, have a little bit more availability with the tee times, so not trying to, make excuses for not playing them, but we've just kind of found our little niche with the private courses, I guess.
Justin said, when will coach realize that he's short on 85% of all approach shots and needs to club up? Justin, I don't know if you've been watching, but typically my distance control is fairly decent, but there's always going to be a couple haters out there. So.
And being under the hole isn't always a bad thing. So, I mean, yeah, you might be a little bit short, but the guy's also looking at the green too to see if there's trouble spots where he doesn't want to be. So being pin high isn't always the best thing.
And how about just enjoy the content?
Marco, where'd you get your nickname Big Cat from? A buddy of mine started calling me that actually on one of the Catalina trips, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago. His name's Keith, and he just started calling me Big Cat. I don't know where it came from, but everyone's just kind of stuck.
Duke said, have you guys started on the top 10 vids? No, we haven't done that yet. I'm assuming he wants us to group everything together. But I think obviously Pebble, Spyglass, Pasatiempo, Olympic, the Atlanta Athletic vid, and then,
I think what some people have asked was like the top shots of like 2017 or something like that. And Duke, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I think once we started looking at getting a full-time editor, which is something we've been thinking about and we're moving in that direction of doing, that's good. Someone had the idea of that being their first project, and I think that's a great idea. Go through all the footage and find the best shots. And actually, all you have to do is just watch some of the videos from the last year.
Mark's in the house. What's up, buddy? If you guys need a fitting over at the Club Fix, check him out. He's in Southern Cal. He's a great fitter, brand agnostic, like we mentioned earlier. So if you guys need a fitting, go hit him up.
Tim's in the house. But like I saw you guys were doing a live stream. I love the vlogs from Maui. Are all of your foursomes booked up for the round in Arizona? Let's play again soon. The round in Arizona, I think we have a threesome right now. I don't know if Brian's bringing someone, but Brian was very generous, offered a vacation house that he has up there for us to stay in, and is setting up the rounds as far as I understand. And so it's going to be up to Brian, who he includes in the group. So we'll see.
Tim's in the house. What's up, bud? Hopefully you had a great honeymoon and back at playing some golf again. He said, by luck, I saw that you guys were doing a live stream. I love the vlogs from Maui. Are all your foursomes... Oh, did you already ask that? Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry. My bad. Well, what's up anyways?
You guys gonna ever play with the Tour Pro? I sure hope so. Love to play with the Tour Pro. And my boy just got out of school. He's standing out there by the window. It was his first day of school, so today's a big day in the house.
God, he looks so cute with his golf shirt and his hair combed. I mean, the kid's just so handsome.
He's going to a little prep school, so he's got a little outfit he's got to rock.
Oh, man, that's great.
I'm going to turn this camera, show you guys what's going on over here. Let's get the zoom in on this animal. Oh, look at this little munchkin. Wife's out there hiding. All right. That's all you get.
I think that means we're just about finished. Oh man.
All right, guys. Sorry to cut it short. I want to go talk to my boy, see how his first day was. I'm sure you guys understand, especially if you're fathers. But we love you guys. We appreciate all the support. We got another video with the girls coming up. That collab was fun. But you guys will see in the video how we performed and how it turned out.
Yeah, girls made a ton of birdies.
Yeah.
You know, Crosby was great to have us out, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But they played some really good golf, and I think they had 8 or 9 birdies on us.
It was ridiculous.
You know, they're preparing for Q school, so their games are dialed in. We came out there a little slow, but we did make some birdies. We kept up with them, and hopefully you guys get a chance to watch it here. It should be up maybe sometime early next week. What do you got?
Nothing. I was just reading through some of the comments. Yeah.
So hopefully you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram for some behind the scenes. We just hit 20K, so thank you guys so much for the support.
Yeah, big.
We're doing a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, guys, that's it for us. Have a good rest of your week, and hopefully you guys are playing some golf.